Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm Bruno Singh, and today I'm outside Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smethwick. You guys may know me because I've been on some Akaal channel programs like the Kids Show and the Punjabi class. And today I'm going to be taking you guys on a tour of the Gurdwara. I'm going to be showing you guys all the features and everything you can get from this Gurdwara. But before we get started with all this fun, we're going to do Matha Dik, and then we'll have Langar later.
जिचर कट मह साहा जिचर कट मह साहा जिचर कट मह साहा जिचर कट मह
I'm here with Parvinder Kaur. She's a committee member of the Punjabi school in this Gurdwara. And right now I'm going to walk around and ask questions about this Punjabi school. First of all, what is this notice board about?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So this notice board, there was a project run at the Gurdwara which was for the older ladies. So these ladies, when they first came to the UK from Punjab and India, the factories that they worked in. So most of our mothers and grandmothers worked in sewing factories when they first came to the UK. So a project was started where they, you can see some of these ladies, they're all sevadars at the Gurdwara. And there's a brief history about each of them. They all got together during this project and made a display.
How long has this Punjabi class been running?
So the Punjabi school has been running for a very long time. I think when I was a small child, when I used to come to the Gurdwara as a small child, the Punjabi school used to run then as well. Over the years it's progressed and curriculums, the new curriculums have been started. So the Punjabi school has been here, I think, nearly as long as the Gurdwara.
If somebody came, would they be able to sit in any class?
So we have assessments for all children that want to join the Punjabi school. So you wouldn't be able to sit in any class. You would need to be assessed before you are allocated to a class. We have enrolment every September for new children, and each child will need to undergo an assessment to be put into the appropriate class for their ability.
What's this?
So on this notice board, this is all the staff that works at the Punjabi school. So we have, as you would in a mainstream school, we have key stages. So we have key stage 1, so that will be from nursery up until year 2. You have key stage 2 teachers as well, so they're class 4 up until class 6. Key stage 3, so class 7 to class 9, and this is class 9 starts to become a pre-GCSE class. And then you have class 10 in the key stage 4, class 10 to class 11 and 12. So this in the key stage 4 is when the child will be doing the GCSE Punjabi and A-level Punjabi. So each stage runs through. So in the key stage 1, the child will be learning to speak Punjabi, the basic alphabet, so Ura Era. And then as they progress, they will learn Lagamatra, mixed letters, sentences, and then obviously in key stage 4 they will be speaking, reading, writing, listening.
Could you please explain us about this board?
Yeah, so this board goes over some of the brief kind of activities that we do here. So it's in the Punjabi school so that children are aware. So we do afternoon tea for the ladies, so whether that's younger ladies, teenagers, as well as elder BBN. So they come together and they connect. You know, we were talking earlier that the Gurdwara Sahib is not just a place of worship, it's a hub for the Sangatan to come here and do other things as well, yeah, to learn and grow together. So afternoon teas for the ladies, and then we also do a core youth group here. So as you can see, they do different things, like they do cooking together. They're like making bracelets, things like that. It's about about connecting, yeah, team building kind of exercises. So also something for the younger bibiyan to come here and do, yeah, the girls, because Kauls are the princesses, yeah, of the Khalsa. So we need to keep them strong as well, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj spoke about equality, and they said that women, bibiyan, are the same as men. We shouldn't treat them any different, right? So if we look at this part, this is, you know, you were asking about what you can come and learn at the Gurdwara Sahib. So if you just go through day by day, so Mondays we have Kirtan classes for beginners and advanced. We have adult Punjabi class on Monday as well. We have Gurbani Santhya pretty much every day. We have BJJ. BJJ is like a serious martial art. So I won't say it's violent, but it uses a lot of skills from different martial arts, and it's seen as like a strong martial art. So children come and learn that, and just this Gurpurab gone, Apa Samman Kita se, meaning that the kids got rewarded in the Darbar Sahib in a lot of Sangat. The Darbar Sahib was quite full at the time, and the children got Srope. So we were proud of them that they've gone out, they've competed, and they've won gold medals, silver medals, and they came back to the Gurdwara Sahib, and we did some man of them on Gurpurab. Yeah? The idea of that is the Sangat, the kids see what other children are doing, and they connect to that, and they get inspired, and they might want to do it as well. Yeah. So boxing as well. In boxing, we get children competing externally as well in other competitions. Again, Gurbani Santhya there. Then tabla classes on Wednesday. Beginners, advanced tabla class. We do women's self-defense. We do the core youth group. Punjabi class, again, we spoke about. Thai boxing. We do Gatka for bibiyan and for men, so younger and older. We do the star class. The star class, yeah. This isn't as, this is Guru Sahib's, or, you know, it's the Khalsa's thing. We've got a responsibility to look after the Dastar, yeah, and to make people confident, to make children confident. We have a Dastar class. So volunteers run this. So if someone isn't, someone doesn't know how to do a Dastar, they can come and learn this on that day, on a Saturday evening. So then also, to finish off, all the other stuff we've pretty much spoken about, we do GCSE maths and science. So if anyone's weak in these classes, this is free seva. So volunteers come in, they're actual lecturers in their own profession. They come and they help people. They help children with maths and science classes. So these are the other kind of things we do, yeah? So DOFE, Duke of Edinburgh Award. This is like an award that's like a government thing, you could say, or the royal family runs it. And what happens is the children can kind of do things here in the Gurdwara Sahib. So voluntary work, some of the activities could be mountain climbing. The guys went to France, as you can see here. So these kind of things are all part of it. So, you know, it's like broadening your horizons. It's not just the Gurdwara Sahib, what we do here, but also if you get involved here, you get to do other things outside the Gurdwara Sahib, which are quite special.
May we walk around and see the classes?
Yes, we can, yes. So we have several classes at the Gurdwara.
Is this a map of Punjab?
So this is the Safar-e-Shahadat. So during these months, we remember the Shaheeds of Chamkaur Sahib and the Sahibzade. So the Punjabi school has done a display here for Safar-e-Shahadat, remembering the Sahibzade, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Mata Gujri Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So as you can see, so it's a walkthrough of everywhere that the Sahibzade went during these few days, this week of remembrance.
Can you show me the lecture theatre?
Yeah, so if we go in, so this is our lecture theatre. So Key Stage 1 classes run in this room. You can see that the room is set out in a way that you can get up to, I think, 70 odd people sitting in the room in one time. This room is also used by other various organisations as well that come in to do talks about Sikhi as well. So on a Thursday, there's always a talk around Sikh history in this room as well.
How many children do you have in this Punjabi school?
In our Punjabi school, we have in excess of 600 children enrolled. So classes run on a Friday evening from 6 till 8 o'clock. on a Saturday morning, 10 till 12, and then 12:30 till 2:30 on a Saturday, and then 3 until 5. And there's space if more children want to enroll. We will be taking more children in September at the moment.
Can this be used for anything else except Punjabi classes?
Yes, yes. So we have Sikh history talks take place in here. We have conferences taking place in here. And whenever there's any issues within the Sikh community, this room is used to facilitate any talks that are taking place. The room is equipped with smart boards and TV. So every classroom in Punjabi school has a smart TV and tablets. So we're trying to digitalize Punjabi school as best as we can so that it's easier for the children to learn.
Can we go and visit some of the other rooms?
Yes.
So this is a big room. What's this about? Why is there a wooden thing here?
So this classroom is one of our biggest classrooms. Most of our classrooms are this size, but this classroom has a movable partition wall in between it. So if need be, we can convert both of these classrooms into one classroom. So if we come through here, you'll notice that there's another classroom on this side. So this is a separate classroom, but if we need a larger room, we can remove the partition wall and we can have a big classroom. So this room is also used, as you can see, by the kiddie sangat. So toddlers, infants, every 2 weeks there's a session that runs where mothers and fathers can bring their toddlers or infants and they can play here and also learn about Sikhi. They do Sikhi rhymes and lots of different things to do with Sikhi, and through the SYCC yoga classes are also run in this room as well. So this is another classroom which it's a big classroom, but it's also used as 2 separate classrooms as well. We can put up a temporary partition wall in between this room. So this is, these will be used for 2 of the smaller classes that run at the Gurdwara during Punjabi school. You'll notice in each classroom we've got notice boards on the walls as well. So the class will do work to put up on these notice boards.
Mental health is a big thing in not just grown-ups but children as well. So it's how we think about things, yeah, to be positive, to bring Sikhi into our way of life in terms of our thought process as well. So Sikhi is always about Chardi Kala, not to be depressed or to be down. So we have like groups here. So this is basically a group that runs here that talks about mental health and tries to help people. So if they're down, if they're feeling depressed, then we help them with that. Because if people need help, it's not just if they need food or if they need physical help or with money, it can be mental health as well, yeah? So we can have issues with our body physically, but mental health is very important as well.
It's very nice how they put like a creative way into learning Sikhi. For example, in this poster, it's like they made Bandi Chhod Divas, but then they made a Punjabi writing in the middle as well. And it's just a creative way by making posters and things like that. This work is really beautiful. Who's done it?
So the children at Punjabi school will do work during their class times, and the best work gets displayed on these boards. So in this board is the work that the children have done during class on Bandi Chhod Divas. So during Punjabi school, they're not just learning Punjabi, they're learning about Sikh history and our tihars as well. So it's fundamental that in Punjabi school we teach the children of Punjabi reading and writing, speaking, as well as learning about their Sikh history as well. So as you can see in this board, so this is Key Stage 3. This is the work that Key Stage 3 have done. And you'll notice that they're learning about relationships. So Nana ji, Nani ji, Baba ji, Bibi ji. And they're also starting to write paragraphs and longer sentences in Key Stage 3. And then when we move on to Key Stage 4, the children are now at a point where they're writing essays. So they're writing they're writing more paragraphs within their work, and about a lot of different things as well.
Does this Punjabi school have homework for children to work at home?
Yeah, so the classes do give homework as well. The teachers are expected to set homework for the children as well.
Does this school have uniforms?
Yeah, so our Punjabi school does have uniform. The boys wear a blue kurta pajama with a kesri dastar or kesri patka, and the girls wear a blue suit with kesri chunni. The school also has a code of conduct. So like in a mainstream school, you have a learning agreement that you sign at the start of the year, where you know the expectations of the children and the parents. In the same way, our Punjabi school has a code of conduct and a learning agreement as well. So we have a code of conduct displayed on the board here of what we expect from our children. So we have Reni, Beni, Keni, Tisani, and there's a breakdown in each of them of what we expect from our children that are enrolled at the Punjabi school.
For the people who don't know, what does kesari mean? For example, how you said kesari dastar and kesari.
Yeah, so kesari is orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
How long do the classes last?
So each class is 2 hours. So on a Friday evening, 6 till 8. On a Saturday, so the children that attend the Friday evening also have to attend Saturday morning, 10 till 12. And then there's other classes that run as well. So the next class on a Saturday will be 12:30 till 2:30. So it's a 2-hour class. And then the class after that is 3 till 5 on a Saturday as well. So because we had so many children on the waiting list, we had to increase the timetable and the classes that we run. So the 12:30 till 2:30 and the 3 till 5 classes were added to ensure that no children were left on the waiting lists.
Is there rewards at the end of the year for the good students?
Yes, so at the end of the year, in July, we have a rewards assembly. So each teacher will give rewards for the best child, punctuality, attendance, progress. So each class gets awards for the students at the end of the year.
Could you please explain the Sangat watching? What is this room?
So this is the admin office. So this is the heart of the operation for Punjabi school. So this is where everything's run from, and everything's done basically. So this is the management room for the Punjabi school.
What's the vision behind this Punjabi school?
So the vision behind Punjabi school is to connect our children back to our roots, back to Maharaj. So once a child is at Key Stage 3 going on to Key Stage 4, the children start to do Santhya as well. So learn how to read Path fluently, and it helps them connect to Maharaj as well. If they know how to read and write Punjabi, they will be able to read Path fluently as well. And obviously diverse with their grandparents, with their parents fluently as well.
Thank you for explaining us about the Punjabi school. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Fateh Ji.
Today I'm here with Bhai Sahib Ji, and we're going to discuss about the Gurdwara. He is the president of this Gurdwara, the Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smethwick. How long ago has this Gurdwara opened?
This Gurdwara Sahib's been here since 1960s. There used to be a community centre prior to that, over the road, over the dual carriageway, opposite side, Basins Lane I think, and the congregation used to go there once a day, and they used to take Tan Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj there, and they used to have programs there. But one day one Sevadar was telling me that the caretaker came and he said, you need to leave because I need to lock up, and the guys, the Sangatan got upset and they said, we really need to get our own space. So this, the way the main Darbar Sahib is the footings for where the old church building used to be. which was bought by the Sangat around 1960s, and that was then converted into a Gurdwara Sahib. The stage you see in the upstairs main hall is the original stage that we used to have in the main hall when it was first set up downstairs. And then when that building got, unrepairable, you could say, or it was difficult to maintain it, the Sangha decided to demolish it and build a new building of the main hall downstairs and upstairs.
Weekly, how many members of the Sangat visit this Gurdwara?
Okay, that's a good question. So you could say minimum 10,000 a week visit the Gurdwara Sahib.
If I want to visit the Gurdwara weekly, which days can I come and learn about Sikhi?
Okay. If you look on social media, on Instagram or Facebook, we post all the classes. There's many classes. I say that there's a class for everyone. So for yourself, myself, your team, if we actually wanted to learn something, we could find a class from there. And there's something happening every day. So there could be more than 2-3 classes a day as well. So this Gurdwara Sahib, it's run like a hub for the community. It's not just a place of worship. There's lots of things happening here to make us stronger, to build our confidence, to make children stronger, physically stronger, mentally stronger, but not just for children, for everyone. Yeah.
Could you tell us about the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service?
Okay, so the Gurdwara Sahib, as I say, because it's a hub for the community, we do a lot of things here. You do have the worship side, but you also have the langar side, so a free community kitchen for everyone, not just Sikhs, but all communities. So if someone has an issue with buying food, they don't have anything to eat, they can come to the Gurdwara Sahib. We've also delivered food door to door during COVID. We've helped people during COVID. We were a vaccination centre here. We were test kit deployment centre as well. Prior to that, during bad weather conditions, our Sevadars helped the nurses, doctors get to work. When people couldn't drive, the roads were bad, they helped them get to hospitals so that they could look after the patients. But there's also so many other classes that we were talking about earlier that happen. So we also have the Armed Forces Covenant. So there's loads of things that the Gurdwara Sahib does that we've been recognised for, and we got the Queen's Award for that.
What is the concept behind the timeline in the Langar Hall?
So there's two things. So you have the pictures. You have the pictures in the Langar Hall, which are historic pictures, which we bought from a quite good artist who lives in Canada. So we bought those pictures and they were shipped over. So the artist's name's Gurdwara Singh, and the organisation I think is known as Art of Punjab. So the idea behind those pictures was to get our history up on the walls, because before that we felt that our walls were quite basic. Although it's a lovely Langar Hall, it just looked like another building. So we wanted to use that opportunity, using the blank walls, to help children or the Sangat learn about the history. So we bought those pictures, canvassed them, framed them, put them on the walls, and then we put history underneath them so that the Sangat and children can learn from their past, from their history. And then the timeline, the same thing. So the timeline, a bunch of Sevadars did Seva on that to create that timeline. And the idea behind it is that we basically go from the start of Sikhi to basically now, kind of. So that's how the history is supposed to be painted on there, right? So the idea is someone can come in and they can catch up with generally what our history is. Yeah, it's almost like bullet points. This happened, this happened, this happened.
Please share your experiences with the Gurdwara.
We're linked to the Gurdwara Sahib as a family, so from like a very young age. All of us have been at the Gurdwara all our lives, and just like you're here now doing Seva, filming with your team, we started Seva at this kind of age, you could say, and we've been linked ever since. So we've been involved more and more over time, and now Maharaj and Sangat has given us the Seva to be on the committee, and I've been blessed with the Seva of Mukh Sevadar, of the president of Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smethwick. So As a committee or as Sevadars, we get involved in everything around the Gurdwara Sahib. So there's nothing too big, too small. We try to get involved with everything. We're very hands-on.
When did you come here first, and how long have you been a Sevadar?
So I've been here as basically very young children, and probably became Sevadars your kind of age, 12 to 14.
How big is your team approximately? How many members are there?
Okay, so the committee is a 21-member committee. So we call them the management trustees. The idea behind that is they generally manage the day-to-day running of the Gurdwara Sahib, but actually the work happens with the Sevadars. So the Sevadars run the Gurdwara Sahib day and night. You could come here and there might be a Sevadar at 2-3 in the morning cleaning up, mopping the floor, cleaning the dishes, something like this. Sometimes you're thinking, where have these people come from? I haven't seen this Sevadar before. So we firmly believe that Maharaj Guru Sahib sends these Sevadars, and you know, it's amazing how sometimes we think, how does the Gurdwara Sahib run round the clock? Yeah. And it's closed for very short space of time, from say 9-10 o'clock at night till say 3 in the morning is the only time it's actually closed, but there'll still be Sevadars coming and going.
The Gurdwara is lit beautifully in the evening. How does this work?
Okay, so that's a good question. So there's multiple LED lights around the dome and across the road from the Gurdwara Sahib as well, and that's digitally controlled. It's controlled by a device, and that's linked to our systems, and we control it by that.
Wow, what is this room? It's so big. There's so many chairs and tables. Is this the Gurdwara or somewhere else?
So this is the function hall at the Gurdwara. This function hall is used for weddings mainly. So all the tables, hence we have so many tables and chairs. So when a couple books a wedding at the Gurdwara, they will have the melni and the morning tea in this hall. And then after the Anand Karaj, a lot of couples have decided now that they don't book receptions. They want to keep the wedding simple, and they can have the roti afterwards in this function hall later on.
What's behind those two doors there?
So behind these two doors is the Jodakar for this function hall. So when a family enters for a wedding, they will go to the Jodakar, remove their shoes, and then come into this hall, because there's no shoes allowed in here either.
Is this a place where langar is served for the families who come?
So we have a kitchen in the function hall as well. There's no cooking facilities in that. So when there's a wedding taking place, the caterers will take all of the catering things into that kitchen and serve from there.
What other things take place in here?
So in here, we also have Gatka classes taking place in here. Punjabi school assemblies will take place in here. Yesterday, there was a movie shown for the Punjabi school children that took place in here. There's also afternoon tea, and now families, if they want to book this hall after a part for a cake cutting, they can book the hall as well.
Oh.
There's also conferences take place in here as well.
Is there speakers there for music?
Yes, so if we've got screens in this room as well, we have 3 screens. So if you want to display anything on the screens, and then you have the option to have sound playing as well. So we've got a sound system in this hall as well.
Right now we are outside the Gurdwara, which is over there, and we are here. Behind me is like a big statue, and this person was fighting for the British side in World War II, and now we're going to learn more about it. So who is this person?
Okay, so let me explain the history about this statue. So this statue was commissioned when 100 years of the end of World War I came about. Now, there was 1 million soldiers. If you read the inscription, there was like 1 million soldiers from the South Asian subcontinent that joined the British forces or put in effort to the World War One, and so there was a lot of Sikhs that partook in that as well. And there was, they say, 80,000 injuries or fatalities from that kind of area, that region. So this is why the council and the Gurdwara worked together to commission this statue. Now, because the Sangat were paying for the statue, we worked with the council to make sure that it was a Sikh soldier. So this soldier doesn't just represent Sikhs, it represents everyone that put in effort to the world wars. But because the Gurdwara Sahib and the Sangat helped to commission it, it became a Sikh soldier. But as you can see, it's a beautiful statue. Even if you look at the detail of the boot, his uniform, his coat, his rifle, he's got ammunition. Yeah, he's fully tooled up. If you look around the back, he's got a backpack, he's got a kirpan, he's got a shovel as well. It's a really beautiful statue and we're proud of it. And again, this connects us to our history, and it makes us realize that we're warriors. This is what the Sikhs do, right? Stand up for justice and equality, stand up for people's rights, and the Khalsa is the police force of the world. So this is what we do. Yeah.
Is this like any soldier in certain with a name?
So there's no name as such for the soldier, but what this site is called Lions of the Great War Site. Yeah, meaning that these were the lions. The Khalsa is the lions.
It represents everybody.
It represents everyone that fights for justice, fights for truth. And like I say, the Khalsa is supposed to be the world's police force. And this is what the Khalsa was brought in for, to fight against injustice. So yes, this is what it represents.
So here it says that the statue has been fighting for the British side. Is this because Britain colonized Punjab?
So at the time, yes, there was the British Raj there, and soldiers would have had different thoughts as to why. Some people might have just joined as a way of earning money, but others may have joined that if we actually fight for what's right, it's the right thing. If there's injustice in the world, if we join the British army, that is the right thing to do. But some may have thought if we fight as part of the British forces, we might get freedom as well. Yeah. So there's different schools of thought, but ultimately we're very proud of the effort of the Sikhs, our ancestors at that time as well. And this is why the statue is a Sikh.
What year has this statue been put up here?
So the statue, oh, that's a good question. The statue's been here about 6 years now. I forget the exact year, but it's been here about 6 years now.
So how the British people celebrate Remembrance Day? As I can see, Poppy's dead. Is it like put here on Remembrance Day?
Yes, so on Remembrance Day we have events here as well. So the last remembrance we had the mayor for the West Midlands come, Andy Street, he came and laid down reefs. We get soldiers from the forces that come down and lay reefs as well. And the Sikh community, as a Punjabi school, we laid reefs here at that time too.
I think this statue is a nice idea of how to remember the Sikhs who fought in the wars. So thank you for sharing this with us.
I'd like to thank you guys and your team today for coming along today, young man, and for passing the message of the Gurdwara Sahib to the Sangat and the younger generation as well. You're doing a grand job, keep it up. Again, thanks for the team, thanks to yourself, thanks to the Sangatan for watching. We'd like to welcome anyone that has any further questions or would like to partake in any of the activities, whether that be getting involved in the place of worship side as the Gurdwara Sahib, but also partaking in the classes, Punjabi school, anything, mental health kind of support that happens here, anything that you would like to get involved with, if you want to do seva, please do contact us. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I would also like to thank you for inviting us to this Gurdwara. It was a wonderful experience looking at the side of the Gurdwara I have never seen before.
Thank you very much.
Waheguru Ji Ka
Waheguru Ji Ka
Khalsa,
Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki
Waheguru Ji Ki
Fateh.
Fateh.